Hello YouTube! It's been a while since we logged in on Sol's accounts to see exactly how his PvP team has been rolling up. A lot of you have been curious about the PvP state of the game, and honestly, it's no surprise as to the team I'm about to tell you, because it really does go to show how, I guess, the meta just goes round and round and round. We've seen before sustain lineups with Seahus and Eoses be the best, where everyone runs a golden crown. We've seen burst teams with swordflash and assassins feeding into each other, and it seems right now one of the strongest teams available is built around disruption. They're the three strategies you can go with: stopping your opponent doing what they want to do, making it so that you can't die, and then just killing them because dead is winning. And this team is focused around disruption. So allow me to show you this. We're going to be running Freya. We're going to be running Jara, we're going to be running Vesa, Aspen, and then to make sure we're nice and quick, because that's important when you're using disruption, we're running 2 Rogans. And because this is a team focused on disruption, we're using Snow Hearts, which will slow down opponents. The speed advantage is really, really important when you're trying to stop your opponent from doing things, because if they're quicker than you, they get away from your meddling. And the most important thing here is the core that Jara was able to get with the Tree of Origin update, because it really has made this kind of team exceptionally viable. When an ally releases an active skill, there's a 23% chance when it's at level 2 to restore their energy by 30, so awesome, you're gaining energy. There's also a 30% chance to gain even more energy, which is nuts, and then there's a 13% chance to inflict Petrify Rock Lock on one random enemy for 2 rounds. When an ally releases a basic attack, they're going to heal, and then they're also going to have a chance to freeze. So what that means is Jara is giving energy feed while simultaneously CCing the opposing team. And crowd control is super strong in PvP, because if you can't move, you're going to get wrecked. And that means that this kind of team really is strong if you win on speed. And because of the Snow Hearts and the Rogans, that is very much a strategy we're leaning towards. We have Freya, who can both speed us up and also give us some protection. We have Vesa to give us shields and keep us alive. And of course, the only other Transcendence hero who is able to deal incredible control is Aspen. He's able to horrify opponents and steal their energy, so they could potentially never do anything, and they're stuck with no energy and being forced to only do actives. So this team is disgusting. So let's go put it to work and see what it's going to do against some of Sol's friends. So let's start off with Jesus. Hopefully you've seen Jesus has been streaming on Twitch. He's been fine-tuning his PvP lineup, and I will say straight away, Jesus is going to be one of our toughest matchups that we have to go ahead and face. I'm going to try Phoenix for this one just to give us a little bit more damage, but there is lots of good options for monsters. So let's go to our preset lineups, and it was my lineup 3, so we're going to pop that in. That looks good, and let's see how this works. Now, Jesus' team is also very aggressive, and if we succeed with our crowd control, we're going to be very, very happy. Now, I think there's a Rugi Scepter on Jesus' Jara, and that's why she was quicker, and we did an active skill with our Jara, but didn't CC the opponents. This kind of thing is going to be really when it comes down to whether we win or not, because CC is the way the way you get wrecked, or you don't. And unfortunately, haha, see, we took a hit and then we got CC'd by Jesus. That's because he's also running the same strategy with his Jar. So it does come down to who gets the CC first. So there you go. We straight up lost because we were crowd controlled. Now, obviously, where our Snow Heart lands with its speed debuff is going to make a huge difference for our team. And sometimes we can slow down the opponent enough, sometimes we can't. And yeah, it's all looking for those high rolls. So who have we got an active skill from now? I think, is Freya going to do one? Yes, she is. I love the new skins animation. It's really, really cool. But I don't think we've got much CC on the opponent team right now. And that could be a problem for us. That means our disruption hasn't cut through. Because you have to remember, some heroes have control immunity, and there are percentage chances for our CC, so there is chances that we whiff. Although we are looking good now. We've got some good aggression coming through here. We've got shields keeping us alive. 2 of the opposing heroes are dead. Ooh, but we just lost our Jara. That could spell disaster for us. And I think we are dead indeed. Yep. Okay, let's go ahead and try again. So see how these 2 different teams are having a tough time. And did I activate the core? Did I? If I didn't, that means what we're trying to do here isn't working, because that could totally be a thing. Oh, I might not have done. So if I go into Jesus's team here, no, it doesn't look like I did. Okie doke. So let me just go to preset lineup. That is an oversight on my point. Yeah, no, I didn't. Let's activate that core. So don't forget to do this. This is, if you click here, activate the core. There we go. Jara now has a glow around her. So that's another reason we weren't winning, is we weren't actually doing the ability from the core. So let's see the difference this is actually going to make now. This will actually be a good comparison. Before and after the core has been activated. That's kind of cool. Right, let's see it here. Okay, CC's cutting through. Now, every time we do an active or a basic on our heroes, we should CC the opponent. Great active there from Jara. We went first as well, which means our Snow Heart debuffs landed on the opponent, which is very satisfying to see. And yeah, let's see if this CC is going to lock down the opponent. Okay, here we go. Yep. I think we've got him. Yeah, definitely. I mean, just look at this. Obviously, I'm going to do 3 times speed so we can speed it up. But, oh, even more CC coming through there. Absolutely ruining them. Victory. Let's go again. So now that the core is up, every time our team does a basic or an active, there is a chance to CC the opponent, which is just disgusting. Okay, Jara did an active skill, didn't CC the opponent. That's a little annoying. Come on, we need to get our speed up. One thing that this team we're fighting has that we don't is Halora. So every time we touch Halora, we're getting hit by Queen's Guard. But the sacrifice that we've made to not run a Halora is to run another Rogan. So actually, we're quicker. So winning on the speed war is potentially a thing that will play to our advantage. But obviously, come round 3, that's gone. And no, they got more disruption against us. We are dead. Yeah, so it does come down to who can get the best disruption. Let's try for a final time before we start fighting some other teams, because this is pretty much a mirror match. These two teams are very similar, and it comes down to whoever can get the most disruption and whose Snow Hearts land in the right place. And oh man, we did not slow them down at all. Aspen went first. We got wrecked by that. Can we get some CC3? Please, please. No, we're going to lose that one. Yeah, that's definitely a lost fight. So yeah, really interesting fights there against Jesus. Let's go fight someone else to see how we do. So who do you think is going to be an even match here? We could try against Vulcan, which is one of Soul's other accounts. This is a sustain team using Seer Who's. There's a Sherlock here, there's Halora, and an E1 Eos. Not even E1, sorry, a tier 1, like Tree 1 Eos, which is the new upgrade system. So let's go in against Vulcan. And I'm curious how this one plays out. Let's go have a look. So first things first. Wow! See that? The CC that came down because of the core. Really nice. And also, Aspen going first because of the Receptor. Very good. Ooh, whoa! Wow, 4 heroes getting locked out by the Jara there. This is humorously powerful. And yep, our shields are up now from Vessa's active. Man, just look at that. 4 of the opponents locked down there. The horrified Seer Who is doing nothing. Oh, this is funny. And yep, Sherlock's dead. Seer Who's dead. It is now just going to be an absolute wrecking crew as we finish off the rest of them. I don't think they're going to touch us. We've got so much damage reduction from the Freya, and those shields from the Vessa really are going to help us out. And yeah, look at that. Such an easy win. Very satisfying. We'll go once more against this team, and then we'll find someone else. But yeah, the whole strategy about this is slowing them down with the Snow Hearts and CCing the opponents. And whilst we're just letting this fight roll out, let me talk to you about Jara's core, because it is one of the more potent cores that you can put onto a Transcendence hero, and it's made a lot of people start considering Jara as maybe one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful hero in the game. In the new campaign game mode, I already made a video talking about how important CC is going to be in there, because it's difficult, right? Transcendence heroes are the only heroes you can run in that, and Jara and Aspen are the only 2 that can CC. But it seems that the strategy of CCing with them, because of this new core that Jara has, it is probably viable in most game modes. But given that the campaign game mode is giving us rewards, it's allowing us to get cores, it's even more important that we're able to progress in that one. So by focusing on Jara as a hero, you're improving your win rate in campaign as well as other game modes like Realmscape and PvP. So it seems that by focusing on Jara, teams are really going to start popping and gaining even better benefits, because if you've already done stuff like the Void Vortex, you arguably can start leaning heavy on heroes like Jara. And even then, Jara is a nutty hero in the Void Vortex, so you could even argue that she's the usable hero there too. Does that mean Jara is the best first Transcendence hero? Probably not, because you need to get a Tree of Origin core, and you need to have all the different things that make her good. That's why we normally encourage you to have a Vessa, because Vessa doesn't require a lot to work well. But if you have all the components to make the most out of a Jara, she's definitely worth considering. I am probably going to pick up a Jara on the VIP series just to make her my core of Origin hero, because you can only run one core on a team, which I think is a really cool thing. But given how strong Jara's core is, it's definitely going to be difficult to beat. I wonder what Mockman's core is going to be. You might find that Mockman as a Transcendence hero has a really powerful core. He's going to need to, because his base form isn't that great. But I think we will find his Transcendence form is going to be very good. And yeah, this should be a win here. CC is locking down the opponent. You can see they're giving us a bit of a tough time because they're quite a chunky sustain team. But even this, right? It doesn't matter if it's a sustain lineup. It just takes us a little bit longer to kill it. We are locking it down and winning. So let's go ahead and find someone new to go and fight. What about Lord Eric? Lord Eric is a massive whale. He's purchased a lot of the more expensive heroes. He's also using Jara with the Origin core, so that's going to be very fun to see. Let's fight Eric. Probably going to be an L. Eric has probably the most powerful heroes. So, yeah. Oh my goodness me. That active skill from Jara. Holy cow. For a guy that has spent literally tens of thousands on heroes in the auction house, you would think his team would put up a better fight. But because we absolutely ruin him on the speed war because of Rogans and Snowhearts, I think Lord Eric is going to get completely dunked on. Holy crap. Yeah, just locking out most of his team. This might just be a fluke because Jara did really high roll that active skill. But it just goes to show how you can really shut down a fight with a Jara. That was nuts. Let's go again. So we get the Horrify from the Aspen. Yep. And come on. Oh my goodness, look at that CC and the amount of health they lose as well. Oh, we got hit by the same thing. Oh, wow, that was brutal. We took a chunk of damage there. I think we might lose to this one now. Yep, given the fact we lost our Jara, losing your core of Origin hero is, yeah, it's rough. Yeah, let's try that one again. But yeah, their Jara's active skill wrecked us that time. It's amazing how back and forth it is and how one fight is literally made or broken by a single active skill from one hero. Is that good game balance? I'll let you decide. But honestly, it really seems Jara has gone from being probably one of the more disappointing Transcendence heroes, especially in PvP, to now being almost, if not the most powerful, which I think is very nice to see indeed. And yeah, we should find a team that doesn't have Jara again, just to see just the difference it makes, because the only teams that have managed to beat us so far are teams who are using a very similar strategy. So there's another win for us. Awesome to see it. Let's have a look. What about this high five person? Yeah, no, I don't think that's an even match. Where's... Ooh, I wonder. Is Artorias around? What's he up to? There's MSG. Nah, we'll just ruin that team. That's a classic swordflash lineup. In fact, that's the exact same team I was running on the VIP series for quite some time. That's funny. There's Daco. What's he rocking? Oh, he's gone in on a sustain style lineup with a Holmes Young. This looks fun. Let's hit Daco's team. So this one isn't using Jara. It's using some more traditional strategies from the last month. So we've got Sherlock in here. We've got Vesa as the main hero. Holmes Young for the dubs. You've got Transcendent Holmes Young as well for the damage with Eos. And there's a Jara here too, which could potentially spell problems for us. But you might find that just with enough power, we can cut through this. Oh yeah, absolutely torn apart. Nicely done. Yeah, real clean. All right, let's try again. Let's find someone new. Who else can we fight? We have... I wonder what Prometheus is up to these days. Oh, yo, yeah. Prometheus is also running the same team. Although I don't think he's activated his core on his Jar in his defensive lineup. But still, same team. You see a lot of people are running this team now. So it is definitely the team to beat. GDP's lineup, I don't think that's been updated in a very long time. Mappy is... Okay, yep. All light heroes. Great job. Hossie's is pretty much untouched. So yeah. We can try the guild. Yeah, let's go see what the guild's running. We've got... Oh, there's Artorias. Okay. This will be a fun strike. Let's see what he's up to. Alright, so... Wow, the double lockdown. Aspen into the Jara. Yeah, man, this CC is brutal. Absolutely savage. Oh, wow, torn apart. Yep, that was just a very divisive victory. Or not even divisive, decisive is the word. Yeah, there's nothing divisive about that. Yep, that's nuts. Who else have we got? That's Artorias who just fought. Who's the guild leader? So that's Jesus, right? Donkey Baller, he's normally got a good team. Doesn't look like he's updated that lineup, though. Eru, whoops. That's not what I wanted. What, Mont? Ooh. Mont's team looks very interesting. So he's running all Transcendence heroes here. And he's still using Jara with the Tree of Origin core. We've got a Freya, we've got an Aspen. So again, very similar strategy. Let's go take this one down. Good CC. That Eos's health is nice and low. Unbending Will's been removed from the opposing Aspen, so if we can get him gone, that'd be great. Oh, look at that CC we took. So you see how it comes around and goes around. Yeah, that was a nasty high roll from the opponent there. Which, honestly, I think it's going to spell really interesting things for, like, Ace Wars and other guild fights, because if it literally comes down to a high roll, like literally random number generation on a CC effect, it's going to make a lot of fights really cheesy. And I don't know how I feel about that, right? If this is the meta we're now going into, where did Jara's active skill or abilities CC your team, yes or no? If it's literally coming down to like percentage chances, then you're going to see just absolute sweeps or complete low rolls. And I don't know how I feel about that, right? Because it just makes everything so random. But I guess that's the meta we're entering, and that's the fate we're going to have for the next few guild wars. So there it is. Jara, the hero of high rolls, it seems. And if you get it, you win. It's just who high rolls more consistently, basically. So yeah, very fascinating. And yeah, I like this. It's a fun team to see. It's just a shame that, you know, everyone's now going to be running this. So yay for the Tree of Origin, because why would you go for a different Origin core, right? When Jara's is clearly one of the most powerful and very, very helpful in campaign. The answer is you don't. You go for Jara's. So yeah, hopefully that was a good example of why Jara is so strong at the moment and why people are using her in PvP. We had a lot of fun here. Again, let me show you the team. We are in the formation. It's Team 3, and we're using double Rogan. Everyone has Snowheart apart from Aspen with a Rudy Scepter, and we had a level 2 Advanced Core of Origin on our Jara. So yeah, good fun. If you folks want to see more PvP stuff about, well, the current meta in Idle Heroes and how it's shaping and updating, let me know. We'll hop back onto Sol's account and see what we're fighting. And yeah, this was a lot of fun. So if you guys want some advice about a Tree of Origin core to go for on your team, if you're at that point right now, as I'm making this video, the recommendation is Jara for just how strong it is. That may not be the case forever, though. We may see that future Transcendence heroes like Mockman could have very, very good Origin cores, which it might be a bit of a disappointment. I think I'll leave you with this parting thought, which is if it happens that power creep does become a thing and Mockman has such a powerful core, suddenly whales who have invested in Jara might be a little bit salty because they'll have spent hundreds and hundreds and hundreds to make Jara very powerful, only to find that Mockman is the new best thing. And given how expensive Origin cores are and how difficult they are to obtain, that might be very problematic for the meta and for also people's wallets. So I think it needs to be handled carefully by DH Games. Maybe they'll add a Core of Origin swap event or even an ability to swap it. But for now, it doesn't seem like that's the case. Things could get very expensive very soon. But for now, Jara does seem very good and it's the recommended pick. If you guys want to catch more content like this, hit that subscribe button. I will see you in future videos. But until then, have a great week and happy idling.